Thank you so much for joining me again on Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear, or favor. The Comfort Teaching Hospital is seeking the urgent prioritization and construction of a catheterization laboratory after losing one of its critical medical staff who suffered a heart attack. Dr. Kwame Edu Ofori, an emergency physician at the hospital, is reported to have died over the weekend when his colleague doctors attempted saving him but lacked the crucial laboratory to treat an obstruction in one of the blood vessels pumping blood to his heart. The absence of the laboratory at Ghana's second largest teaching hospital has sparked grave concern over the poor medical infrastructure and public health facilities in the country, as Ghana boasts of only one of such facilities located in Accra. It was a gloomy weekend at Ghana's second largest teaching hospital, the Komfo Teaching Hospital, after health professionals watched helplessly to seek urgent medical attention for a colleague who suffered a myocardial infarction, otherwise known as heart attack, a specialized area to perform minimally invasive procedure to diagnose and treat an obstructed blood vessel to his heart was missing at the Ashanti region's foremost hospital. Despite immediate response to stabilize him before being transported to the national capital for proper care, he died on the way. This is so painful. First and foremost, our condolence to the family of the bereaved, of the deceased. It's very painful. It's very painful because we sit here and every day we say almost the same thing. And then it feels like we keep seeing the same thing repeatedly with no effort. Our health facilities in this country is very poor. And I think one thing we must pay a critical attention to is our health sectors. But we don't. Komfo is the second largest hospital in the country. But it looks as if we don't really care. There have been instances where people go to the hospital and then they complain. Patients go to the hospital and then they complain that the hospital is lacking some equipment, necessary equipment that is needed in treating patients, but they are lacking it. And at the same time, we hear politicians singing the same song. We are going to pay attention to the health sector. We are going to pay attention to the health sector. And then it ends up to be a dream. We don't see their vision materialize. And so unfortunate, they've lost a doctor. Because there was no the needed equipment to treat him was unavailable. And this is the sole responsibility of the government. We've experienced a lot of administrations, and this has been some of the key notes they've been hitting on. In their manifesto, they kept hitting on it. Every country, if you see a country succeeding, do you know their foundation? 1 is education, 2 is their health sector. A country will be in a mess if the foundation of the education system is poor. And the country will be in a mess if they have a poorly constructed infrastructure. That has to do with the health sector. Because you can be educated, but when you fall ill, where do you go for treatment? So these two things are key in the development of every country. But when it comes to my country, I don't know. Sometimes I keep asking myself the kind of planet we are coming from. Because it feels like we don't really care. And you see, our leaders keep lying to us. They are not telling us the truth. Or they'll tell you that our health sectors, it is good. They are doing everything to source it. But you see, when they're even feeling headache, they travel out of the country. Even if they're having a sore throat, they travel out of the country. Have we for once sat down to ask ourselves why they travel out of the country to receive treatment whilst they claim that we have the best hospitals in the country? No, we don't. And then we end up politicizing every issue. Because when we have the right equipment in our hospitals, if our hospitals are very good, I'm not sure they will travel out of the country at the expense of the taxpayer. They are refusing to do the needful. And you see, it has started. A whole doctor died just like that. Not because there was no practitioner there to help him, to help save his life, but because they needed equipment, we don't have it. And that is why most of these nurses and doctors, when they get the opportunity, they fly out of the country. Because they need an advanced environment where they can put into practice what they've learned. But in Ghana, it's a different thing altogether. It's about time we sit down and then ask ourselves questions. Because if you are politicians and then you come standing in front of me and you tell me that our hospitals are good, and then when you have a common sore throat, you travel out of the country, then what are you insinuating? This is a call to the government. This is a wake-up call. Our hospitals are not in a good state. They are in the worst state. It's better we do something about it now, or we face the consequences in the near future. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.